Hi, this is Sean from SeanGoesNatural, and I'm here with my natural hair to help you decode the jargon. What is your hair type? What is a porosity? What is anything? As always, any of the things that we talk about here in this vlog is available in blog form on the My Natural Hair blog page. So feel free to have a look there if you're more comfortable. There's pictures, there's words, there's memes. What more could you want? Yeah, my forehead is big today. It's fine though, it's fine. It's part of it. It's a look. It's like Rihanna, you know, she did it. Now we can do it. She does things, now we can do them. That woman's a visionary. Okay, I'm getting no, not about Rihanna. If you have just joined the natural hair world, you will have learned about, or heard about at the very least, things called hair typing. And what is a hair type? Like, why does your hair have a type? What is a type? Like, you know, you don't even know your type in men. Now you must know your type in hair.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch.
Make it make sense. So hair type is just a visual representation of your hair. That's it. That's all it be. And before we go into the details, it is really important to understand that hair type is just a visual representation of your hair, and there is no one achievable hair type that we must all be aiming for. All hair is good hair. Hashtag all hair is good hair. Because recently in the natural community, there's always been issues of representation and one hair type being more celebrated than the other, and in our case it's usually the more wavy curlier hair types being celebrated or being shown more in the media compared to more coilier type 4 hair, which we will explain in a minute. And that is all nonsense. Why is that even a thing? Because it's not here on My Natural Hair, so we don't know her. We don't. So quickly, we are going to run through what is your hair type, because this again is a visual inspection of what your hair looks like, and ultimately does not have a lot of bearing, I would say, on how you style or how you would treat your hair, because that's based more on moisture, which we'll talk about in a second. So hair types, let's get into it. Hair type 1, straight hair people. Like, I mean, they're on the scale, but like not the target. It's not okay. Let's go to type 2. This is a visual representation of what type 2 hair looks like. This is a visual representation of what type 3 hair would look like. And this is a visual representation of what type 4 hair would look like. Now, as you can see, under each category there are subcategories going from not so curly to curliest, or not so coily to coiliest, or not so wavy to waviest. And really, that is it. You can have multiple hair types on your head and doesn't mean a damn thing. It is what it is, as the kids be saying. But that's it. I have oh gosh, if we have to get into my hair type right now, this is a whole separate video. Hair type is just fun to know, like how it's fun to know your horoscope, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Typing is also a really tricky game, especially with this system, because there are multiple systems of hair typing. If you want to go and Google that, just dive down that rabbit hole, if you will. But hair typing is a bit of a tricky game, because hair, especially natural hair, can look different when it is dry compared to when it is wet. So my hair, for example, looks very different when it's dry compared to when I have moisturized it and held in the moisture with my lock method and all of those good things. So I could be on two very different sides of the type 3 spectrum depending on what state my hair is at that moment, and that is why I maintain that knowing your hair type is fun, but it's not essential to know how to take care of your natural hair. More useful, a skill to have, is to know your porosity, sis. Say it together now. Which way? Porosity? Porosity? Some way. But yes, knowing your porosity is knowing how your hair responds to moisture. Because as we all know, curly hair and moisture. Yeah, girl. If you can manage to keep the moisture in your hair, you're doing great.
Kim, you're doing amazing,
Push this knee out.
But how do you know how your hair responds to moisture? Just sit and think with me for a second. Have you ever washed your hair? I certainly hope so. And if you think about when you're under the shower, when your hair is completely dry, you're wetting it to put the shampoo in it. Or the co-wash, you know, people do different things, we understand. But, so you're there under the shower wetting your hair. How does your hair respond to moisture? Does the water take forever to get your hair wet? Or does your hair just immediately get wet? Like you looking like under the sea immediately. Based on those two different reactions to water or moisture, you can know whether your hair is high or low porosity. The porosity scale. You get low porosity, medium porosity, high porosity. My low porosity girls, my low po chicks as we call them. You that girl that her hair takes forever to get wet. You that girl that you can do a treatment in your hair and it feel like you did nothing. Because this is what your hair looks like. The scales, you know, like how your hair, the structure of your hair is very, very closed tightly. So moisture is really, really hard to get in there. But once it's in, it is in. It ain't going nowhere for a very, very long time. And that is the advantage to low porosity hair. Once you manage to get that moisture in, you set, girl, it's done. So for the high porosity girl, you that person, you dive into a pool and your hair is completely saturated and you look amazing. And you are that girl who can really easily get moisture into your hair, but then like the next minute it feels like it's gone again. That is because due to the structure of the hair strand, the cuticles are more open, so moisture gets in easily, but it also buggers off really easily too. Of course, if you want to know more in detail about how to test for your hair porosity, feel free to visit the blog because all the tests are up there, including the strand test and the texture test. Go ahead, be a scientist, do your thing. Alrighty tidy. That is our vlog for today. We're trying to keep them quick and not take up your whole life here. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Any tips for high porosity, low porosity people if you're lucky enough to know your porosity? And I don't know, maybe for fun, just put your hair type down there because literally that's all it's for, really. I hope you found this informative, and if you didn't, ask us the question that we did not address in this video or in the blog, because remember, that's still a thing that you could go read. It's a lot more detailed. It's got memes. I love blogs. Please read them. Okay.